Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So today I want to do a few exercises where we'll use a tie or a belt. You can even use like a hand towel. It doesn't have to be long. A bathrobe belt works really well if you have that, or a real belt. I'm actually using a tie, recycled that. Or if you happen to have a yoga belt, go ahead and grab something like that. I'll give you a moment to do that, and you can just lay it to the side. Just have it handy. And while everyone's sort of getting ready and getting settled, let's go ahead and just start in our seated posture, so that way everyone can kind of come to that quiet place. So sit in a comfortable seated posture. If you need to stretch a leg out, that's okay. And just close your eyes softly. Take a deep breath. And let's just start by listening to all the sounds in the room and outside of the room. So just listen. And now withdraw your awareness from the sounds in the room and notice your posture. You want to lengthen from the base of your spine, up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. And relax any tension through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax through the nose and your cheeks, your jaw, and down through the neck and throat, shoulders. Relax all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. Relax to the upper back and the chest and lungs, your heart center. Relax down through the abdomen, the lower back. From your hips all the way down the legs, through your feet and your toes. And now bring your awareness to your breath. Count the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. And just even out your breath. So if you inhale to the count of 10, you'll exhale to the count of 10. And your next exhale, let your chin come forward and then hang your head down. And draw your chest up towards your chin and just hold. Roll your head to one side so the face is forward. Just let the ear hang toward the shoulder, relax your jaw. And then around to the back, let your head go down. And over to the other side. And let your head come back down to the front. Let's do a few circles. Inhale, roll your head around to the back. And exhale all the way back to the front. Do about 3 or 4 circles to each side. Just take your time. All right, when you are done with neck rolls that you're heading down, just clasp the hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head, and just hold. Bring your head back up to center. Put one hand on the head, the other one can just rest on your leg, and gently draw the ear toward the shoulder. And then back to center and over to the other side. Good, and let your head come back to center and slowly open your eyes, and you can look back and forth, from side to side. Good, and let your head come back to center. Arms by the side, inhale, reach out and up. So take a nice deep breath. Inhale and stretch, and just clasp your hands together, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale as you lean to one side and stretch. And inhale as you come up, exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Good, and let's come back to center and draw back slightly with your arms. Let your fingertips touch. Inhale, as you exhale, go ahead and reach out and then down, and then clasp your hands behind your back. Gently roll those shoulders back and stretch. Relax. Go ahead and reach forward. Let your fingertips touch your shoulders and make some nice big circles. Bring your elbows in, back. Good. Each direction. And relax. All right, let's go ahead and reach or stretch your legs out, I should say. Rock your feet in and out. Touch your feet a little bit. All right, let's do a seated stretch for the hips before we go into hands and knees. So I'm going to go back into the cross-legged posture, but I'm going to slide the blanket out so you can move your blanket or pillow. And we're going to sit with one heel tucked in and the other foot out in front, kind of angle. So there's about a good foot between my feet, and you want to line the heels up. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, as you exhale, just slowly lean forward. You can feel that stretch in your hip and lower back, and you're just going to move slowly. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you're going to soften and relax into the stretch and go just a little bit deeper because we are just warming up. Good. And you can stretch to one side and then to the other side. Just a little twist. Okay, come back to center. Let's switch that around. So tuck your heel in, the other foot out in front. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale as you exhale, just gently. You're never pushing or forcing your posture. You're always just sort of allowing, relaxing. It's kind of a nice analogy for life, right? You allow, kind of relax, breathe into it. Body start to relax. Good, and go ahead and bring yourself up, and let's stretch the legs out in front of you and rock those feet in and out a few times. Relax your hips. Come over onto the hands and knees. If you want extra padding under your knees, feel free to use your folded blanket. Down. Hands underneath your shoulders. You always want your fingers spread wide. You want your palms flat on that. And you want to keep your middle finger pointing straight ahead. So you don't ever want to rotate your hands or turn your fingers out. It'll put too much pressure on your wrist. All right. Tuck your chin in. Exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, and stretch. And then arch your back. Inhale. Exhale. And just move at your own pace. I'm already relaxing here. Feeling that stretch right through the stomach area as you inhale and look up. Exhale, you tuck your chin in. Round your back, your shoulders, and stretch. You can even pull your stomach up slightly under your rib cage as you exhale. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale. Your next exhale, bring your hips back to your heels, forehead to the mat, reach all the way out with your fingertips and relax. Okay, we're going to come up into the downward dog. You want your hands a little bit wider than the shoulders. Come up onto the hands and knees. Let your toes curl under. You're going to lift your hips. And you want to stretch, like press your chest back towards your legs. In that direction, you can do a runner stretch where you press one heel all the way down to the mat. Alternate your legs back and forth. Of the runner stretch, so back and forth, stretching out the calves, feet. Good. Let your shoulders come forward. Let your knees touch down. Sit back towards the left heel, and then twist over to the right. So you're reaching out to the right. And this is like one of my favorites. This is a really good stretch for that lower back. Through the shoulders, and just take some deep breaths here. 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's come back to center. We're back up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch over. Sit towards the right heel and reach over to the left and stretch. 2, 3, 4. And come back up onto the hands and knees. All right, so let's do a balance today. We're going to practice our table pose. I want you to extend your right leg, point it straight out behind you. Find your point to stare at, and then lift your left arm and reach that out like you're reaching from one side of the room to the other. Just hold. So opposite sides, left arm and right leg. If you try to do the same side, you'll fall over. All right, good. Let's switch. So we're going to extend the left leg out, point out towards the wall, and extend right arm. So left leg and right arm. Stretch. Good. And relax. Let's bring the hips back to your heels. Round out your lower back into the half tortoise. It doesn't matter if the hips actually touch the heels. You're just rounding out your back. Rock a little bit. Sometimes that feels good. On your back, rocking your hips from side to side. Good. Let's come back into a downward dog. So you're going to come up onto the hands and knees. Let your toes curl under, stretch back. Nice deep breath. 2, 3. Good. Bring the shoulders forward. Let your knees touch down. We're going to move through a cobra. So I want you to bring your shoulders over your hands. So you're not back with the hips over, or excuse me, with your hips like over your heels. You want to be forward, and don't look down. Just look forward. I want you to bend the elbows and bring your chest right down. So you're bringing the hands next to the chest, not up by the shoulders. Okay. Then peel up into cobra. Inhale. Good, nice stretch. Press back onto the hands and knees. Let's go back into a downward dog. So a nice little sequence there. We're going to do that again. So now we'll follow the breath. Inhale, bring your shoulders forward. Exhale, put your knees down. Bring the chest down. So we're building some arm strength here. Inhale and peel up into a cobra. And stretch. Press back onto the hands and knees. You could even rest in a half tortoise if you want, or you can do your downward dog. And let's do that again. Inhale, bring your shoulders forward. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Peel up into cobra. Inhale. Good. And this time, let's bring the hips all the way back to the heels. And take a deep breath. You can even open and close your fists, your wrists and hands a couple of times. Good. Come back up onto the hands and knees. Let's slide the right knee all the way up between your fingertips. You're going to turn the heel in. So your right heel is by your left kind of hip bone. Stretch your left leg back a little bit more. This will just help to increase the stretch. Look forward. Inhale, get a good stretch. Exhale as you come on down. And you can either rest like this on your elbows or forearms, or go ahead and bring your forehead all the way down to your hands and just relax. I like to rock just a little bit from side to side in this, kind of a gentle rocky movement, because it helps me to stretch. The important thing is that you want to be able to relax into your postures. You don't want to get into a pose where you're, I guess, holding tension or kind of gritting your teeth through it. It's not going to serve you, and it's certainly not going to be relaxing, and your body won't stretch as much. So you want to get to a place where you can be comfortable, relaxed. So if you do anything that's not comfortable, you can come out of that posture, right? Or modify. Good. And then from here, let's bring the chest up. Put your hands on your mat. Let's take it back into downward dog. So that'll be our transition. Stretch. And let's do the other side. Shoulders come forward, let your knees touch down, slide that left knee all the way up. Go ahead and turn your heel in. Stretch your right leg back to get a little deeper into that stretch. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you come on down. Decide how far down you want to go and then just relax. Focus on your breathing. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Good, and bring the chest up. Let's bring the hands onto the mat. Go ahead and take it back into your downward dog stretch. Good, bring the shoulders forward, let your knees come down to the mat, bring your hips back to your heels and relax for a moment. Go ahead and relax in your half tortoise. I'm just gonna adjust just a little bit. All right, so from the half tortoise, I'm gonna bring you up onto your hands and knees, and I want you to bring yourself down onto your stomach again. Okay, so we're gonna do what's called the grasshopper pose. We're gonna do a little work on our hips and lower back. So I want you to extend your right arm straight out past your head, okay? And you're gonna use your left hand to roll yourself onto your right side, and I'm gonna rest my head on my arm. If that's not comfortable, you can also prop your head up like this. Okay, so either resting down on your arm or prop it up your hand. Now the leg that's on the floor, which should be your right leg, bend it so the foot goes behind you. You can't really see what I'm doing. There you go. Bend it back. And that way you're not going to fall forwards or backwards. It's going to give you some balance. Now your left hand could be on the floor in front of you, or if you're comfortable, it's up to you, on your leg. I like it on the floor. And you're just going to open that left leg up and down. We're going to do that 12 times. 2, 3, and just pay attention as you're going through the posture. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. And then from here, let's go back onto the stomach. All right. And extend the other arm out, your left arm, roll onto your left side. You want to bend that bottom leg, the left leg, so the foot goes behind you. I like to prop my head up. Right hand is on the floor in front of you for balance. You're just going to open that right leg up and down. We'll do 12 times. 2, 3, 4, 6, 10, 12. Good. Come back to center onto your stomach. Put one arm on top of the other and just rest your forehead down onto your forearms. This is called your crocodile pose. You're just going to rest for a moment, and I want you to focus on your breathing. So feel your lower abdomen push into the floor and your chest expand as you inhale. Nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, relax to the chest. I'm going to feel that stomach pulling just slightly at the end of your exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's place the hands next to your chest. Have your knees hip distance. So you want your hands next to the chest, not up by the shoulders. Okay. And you're going to use your strength. You're going to press up and back. Hips all the way back to your heels. So after doing the grasshopper posture, right, you want to relax your lower back into this half tortoise. Good. Bring yourself up into a kneeling posture. Let's stretch the toes and the feet. So curl your toes under and sit on your heels for a moment. If that's painful for you, you just lean forward. Get some of the pressure off there. All right. You can move your blanket or towel to the side if you're using that, and then go ahead and come on up. Those of you, if you joined after I mentioned this, I'm going to use a belt. So if you have a bathrobe belt or a hand towel handy, or I'm actually using a tie, right, or a real belt, go ahead and grab that. I don't want you to have to go far, so hopefully you've got something close in your room. And just have that handy. We're going to actually do a shoulder stretch here in just a moment. So first we'll start with twisting. So feet about hip distance, knees are soft. Lean forward. Inhale as you roll around to the back. And exhale, come back to the front. Good, let's change direction. And come right back to center. Inhale as you exhale, we're going to fold into the front bend. Just soften your knees, let your arms hang, let your head hang. Sway gently from side to side. Stretch out your back, stretch out your legs. Good. Bend your knees, come down to a squat. So reach for that floor in front of you. Come down. And then back to your front bend. And back down to the squat. Front bend again. And bring your chest up, hands to your hips. Inhale as you come on up. Now support your back. You're just going to put the heel of the hands right underneath your rib cage. And lift through the chest. Gently lean back. You don't have to go too far to get a good stretch. And then draw yourself back to center. Let's draw the feet closer so toes will either touch or be a couple of inches apart. Arms slightly out to the sides. You're standing in your mountain pose. Inhale, reach out and up. Let's touch the fingertips, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side and press up on that opposite hip. Inhale as you come on up. And exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And right back to center. Inhale as you exhale, let's fold into the front bend. We'll do a few of our vinyasa sequence. Hands on the legs, draw your chest forward. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale and fold. And then inhale, reach and come all the way up. Stretch and bring your hands right back to the heart. So you're just following the breath, one movement at a time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold. Hands on the legs, draw your chest forward, inhale. Exhale. reach and come on up. And then back to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Hands on the legs, draw your chest forward, inhale. And exhale. Reach and come on up. Back to the heart. Again. So try to practice also being in the moment, fully aware of each movement. Notice the sound of your breath. At the end of your next sequence, go ahead and bring your hands back to the heart. Just pause for a moment. Relax. Relax your arms, relax your legs. All right, so we're gonna do a little shoulder stretch today. We'll use the belt. This is our eagle twist, or excuse me, our cow face posture twist. Okay, so what you're gonna do, I'm gonna do turn around so it makes it a little easier to follow. You're gonna hold onto the belt with your right hand. Go ahead and reach up towards the ceiling and bend the elbow so that the palm is facing your back. Take your left hand and touch that right elbow and gently just draw it up, slightly back. And then you're going to reach up with your left arm and you're going to reach for the belt. Just hold, stretch, feel it across the front of your left shoulder. You'll feel it the back of your right arm. Look forward. One more breath. Good, and relax. All right, let's do the other side. So hold on to the belt with that left hand. Go ahead and reach up, bend at the elbow, palm faces your back. Let's take that right hand and touch your left elbow and draw it up. Gently back. Good. Reach up with your right hand. Hold on to that belt. Just hold. Breathe, 2. 3. Good. Inhale as you exhale, undo the arms slowly. Okay, so now you're going to hold onto the belt with both hands. You want your hands about shoulder width apart. You're going to come down into a front bend. So go ahead and fold into your front bend. You can soften your knees a little bit, fold, and then raise your arms up behind your back. And if it feels good to open the arms a little wider, you can do that. Just hold. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. Good. We're going to lower those arms, and you can just drop the belt to the floor and hang in your front bend for a moment. Bend your knees, reach to the floor in front of you. Let's come down into your squat. Front bends and squats are good opposite stretches. All right, and then from here, go ahead and come down to the floor in a seated posture and just stretch your legs out. Let's see where we're at here time-wise. Good, let's cradle our leg. We'll do that exercise. So you're going to take either leg and you can put the foot into your hand or bring it up into your elbow, just like that. Wrap the other arm around, sit up nice and tall, And just gently rock your hip or leg from side to side, sit up tall. Just rock. Good. Stop the rocking movement. Gently pull your leg in. Hold. Relax. Let's go ahead and place the foot right across the upper thigh, and then using your knee, you can gently bounce your leg or bounce your knee down a couple times. All right, let's take this bent leg. Well, actually, some of you might keep it up here. So you can take your foot and place it along the inside of your opposite leg. Okay, so something like this. Or if it is comfortable to keep it up on the thigh, and that's where the knee is either touching the floor or close to the floor. So you have two variations. You can put the foot on the inside of your leg or keep it up here, okay? We're gonna reach towards your foot. You could use your belt for this to sit up nice and tall. I like to reach up, stretch, and then exhale as you reach forward, and you put that belt right around your foot and just hold. And it'll help you to flex your foot. You can put it right around the ball of your foot. Breathe. You might not need the belt if you can reach for the foot. Nice, slow, deep breath. Think about lengthening through that lower back. Chest forward. So not so much about getting the head down, it's more about lengthening through that lower back. Feel that stretch all the way to the back of your leg into your hips and legs. Good, and relax. Okay, let's do the other side. So onto your leg. We're gonna do our cradle pose. Wrap that leg up, rock it gently from side to side. And then let's stop the rocking movement. Gently pull that leg in and hold. Just deep breath. Good. And relax. We're going to place that foot right across the upper thigh and just gently bounce the knee a little bit. Good. And then from here, some of you are keeping the foot right up on the thigh if the knee is touching or coming close to the floor, or you're going to place the foot on the inside of the leg, whatever feels best. And we're going to reach up. Some of you are using the belt. Inhale as you exhale, reach forward, and go ahead and place the belt on your foot. Just hold. If you like using the belt for some of our postures, you can always have it handy and use it, even if I don't mention it in class, you can always use it. And breathe. Again, lengthening through that lower back. So really stretching out that hamstring. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bring yourself back into the leg. All right, keep your belt handy, keep it by. Go ahead and stretch your leg out, rock your feet in and out. Okay, we're gonna come down onto our backs. If you want extra padding, you can stretch your blanket out onto your mat. Go ahead and come on down, and as you come down onto your back, you always wanna draw your knees in so that we don't want you to strain your back, right? So bring your knees in, clasp your hands across your legs, and just gently rock from side to side and just relax your back. All the way down the spine, let go of all that tension. All right, go ahead and place your feet down on the mat about hip distance apart. I want you to grab your belt. And we're going to start with the right leg. So let's place that belt right around the bottom of your right foot. Extend your leg straight up. No bend in the knee. Stretch. I want you to take your left leg and stretch it flat onto the floor. So we're going to do the it's essentially it's the triangle pose, but we're doing it on the floor using a belt. So right now your foot is flexed, it's nice and straight, getting that good stretch. Now I'm gonna have you lower your foot a little bit, so to lower the heel just a little bit, a couple of inches. Now you're gonna open this right leg out to the side. So you're using the belt to help you. You're gonna bring that leg all the way down. I'm not sure if it's still showing in the video, but my foot's coming all the way down. And you wanna get it to where your small toe touches the floor. So if you need to close your leg in a little bit, right, go ahead and do that. So the side of your foot, the small toe is touching the floor. With your left hip, just imagine that that's being drawn down towards the floor. So you're gonna feel this good stretch along the inner thigh of your right leg. You're gonna feel it across your pelvis. And just hold, relax. Nice deep breath. Good, now keep that leg straight. You got the belt. It's gonna help you draw that leg back up to center. Now you're gonna hold on to the belt with this left hand, and I want you to open the right arm out to the side, so kind of counterbalance. You're gonna lower that right leg all the way out to the other side. So it's crossing over you into a twist. Now your right shoulder will probably come up. So I want you to turn your head and look out towards your right hand and try to draw that shoulder down. Now, if this is too much of a stretch for your back, go ahead and bend your right knee. That's fine. If you can keep the legs straight and hold on to the belt, do that. Great stretch. Breath here. Relax. Good, and then use that belt to bring your leg back up to center and hold on to the belt with both hands. Bring your head up toward the knee in that direction and just hold for a moment. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bend your knee, stretch your leg out, lock your feet in and out. You should feel a difference between your left and right sides. Now we're going to do the other side. Get a nice good stretch. Scoot down just a little. All right, so let's do the left leg. We're going to start with the knees bent, feet on the mat. Let's start by wrapping the belt around that left foot. Extend your legs straight up. No bend in the knee. If your knee is bent, just lower your leg a little bit and extend your right leg flat onto the floor. Let's hold for a moment. Good, and then I want you to extend your right arm out, and you're going to open that left leg all the way out to the side, down to the floor. Get it to where the small toe is on the floor, and imagine that sort of drawing that right hip towards the floor as well, and just hold. Nice deep breath. Good, hold on to that belt, draw your leg back up to center. Hold on to the belt with the right hand. You can open that left arm out to counterbalance and then draw that leg over you into a nice twist. Your left shoulder will probably come up, so turn your head, look out towards your left hand a little bit, and draw that shoulder down. And if it's too much of a stretch, go ahead and bend that left knee. And just relax. Good. Let's bring that leg back up to center and hold on to the belt with both hands. Draw your head toward the knee in that direction. And relax. Go ahead and bend your knee, take the belt off, just lay that to the side. You can rock your feet in and out a couple of times. Good. And just let your feet fall up to the side. Let the arms rest by your side. Close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. In and out through your nose and just relax. Let go of any tension in the face. Relax your neck, your shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. Back to the shoulders. Relax down through the torso. Your hips all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. Take a nice deep breath. And slowly start to bring your awareness back to your body. Just by moving your fingers and your toes. And as you come out of your relaxation, let's do the palming exercise. You're going to take your hands, rub them together, make them nice and warm. Place those warm hands over your eyes and just block out all the light. Open your eyes into your palms. Relax your gaze. And then slowly draw your hands away. You can bring your knees into your chest. Want to relax your back one more time. Good. And you can either roll to your side and help yourself up, or you can hold onto the back of your leg and swing your feet and rock up, whatever feels comfortable. Good. We'll come to comfortable seated posture. All right, it's a nice thing to do at the end of your yoga practice or your meditation is to set an intention for your day. How do you want to feel today? Good. Then go ahead and open your eyes and namaste. All right, so that concludes our Hatha Yoga. Those of you that need to go about your day, do it mindfully, have a really good day and a great weekend. If you have the time to sit for about 15 minutes and you want to do a little meditation, feel free to stay. Do that. All right. So for your seated posture, if you do want to do some meditation, I actually fold my blanket pretty thick in order to sit comfortably because my hips get tight and then my leg falls asleep. I'm going to tell you from experience, you can't meditate when your leg falls asleep. So I actually fold it pretty thick, but you can experiment with that. Also, you can sit in a chair to meditate, but you should still put a folded towel or blanket underneath your hips because you want to sit, you want to be able to sit up tall so that it's real easy to take a deep breath. You don't want to cave a little bit, if that makes sense. Okay. You also want the feet to be on the floor, or you can put like something underneath your feet, like a pillow or something. All right. So today we'll do I like to do the Matrika Pranayama where you count with your hand. You're essentially doing two things. You're inhaling and you're exhaling deeply. And if it helps for you to count in as you're inhaling, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And then as you exhale, 1, 2, 3, right? And you're counting quietly to yourself. You can do that. But at the same time, you're going to count the number of breaths with your hand. So when the thumb and the tip of the first finger touch, you can use either hand. That would be number 1. You bring the thumb to the first knuckle, that's 2. The next knuckle is 3. And then where the finger and hand come together, that's 4. Go to the next finger, the tip is 5, knuckle is 6, knuckle is 7. Where the hand and finger come together, that's 8. And then the third finger is 9, 10, 11, 12. Little finger is 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 counts on a hand would take about 5 minutes. Doing about 5 minutes of breathing will naturally get you into a quiet space. When your breath slows down, the mind gets quieter. You're not going to be completely free from thought, but you're going to feel a slight detachment from the thoughts. And so when the thoughts come in, you just remind you, oh, let it go, go back to the counting. So the counting is really a tool. The breath is the tool to just help you come to a quiet, relaxed space. Giving yourself 15 minutes a day to do this will make a big impact on the rest of your day and how you feel. All right, so when you're ready, come to a comfortable, quiet, seated posture. Close your eyes softly. And take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. When you're ready, you can start to count the number of breaths. Your inhale and exhale equals 1 breath. And if you like to also count the length